Good afternoon. I am going to show you today how to adhere a vinyl decal to a stretch canvas. Right here on my work table I have my stretch canvas. Over here I have my doodled detailed heart decal already cut out and ready to put on there. As you can see, I have the tape. It's already taped up and it's been cut out of some super shiny, I don't know if you can see that, super shiny gold adhesive vinyl, and I don't know if this is going to stick or not, so this will be an adventure for all of us. First I want to move this canvas out of the way and take my squeegee and rub the dickens out of this thing so that it is going to stick to the tape without any trouble. Just like that. Next, I am going to take my canvas. I'm not using this straight out of the package, which we all wish we could do, because whatever the gesso is that they're using on these canvases, I believe I got this one at Michael's. I don't know. I have quite a craft stash, and so a lot of what I do, I'm just using stuff from my stash. But you can see it has kind of a gloss to it. That is because, first of all, I wanted it to be more of an off-white color, which is what you're seeing. So I sprayed it with a Krylon spray paint in antique ivory. And then I put a coat of gloss, this stuff, gloss, on top of that. This is Aleen's brand. You can use a gloss medium or even just Mod Podge should work and give you the surface that you need. And I'm hoping, since I have not tried this, we're jumping in here, being all brave and stuff without even trying this first. So I'm going to see. I want this to be perfectly on my mat here. Typically, I would tape this into place. I'm not going to today because I don't know how hard it's going to be to get it to work. Now, the secret to doing this and making it actually work, and believe it or not, even though I sound really doubtful, I have done this before, is to put a book or a board or something. Today, I have my Nikon for Dummies that I'm putting under here. It's a little bit taller than the edge of the canvas, which is okay. You need it to be at least as thick as what the canvas frames are, so that it gives you a nice solid surface to press against once you're putting your sticker on here. So now I'm going to take this, and once again I'm going to eyeball it. Okay, now I'm going to peel the decal paper from the back. Hold your breath, wish me luck. This is Avery brand, which I really like, and it looks like it's cut a little bit deep, because even though I really like it, I don't use it very much, and I did not adjust the knife depth on my cutter, so that was my bad. But it looks like it's going to be okay. And I'm peeling this up very, very carefully, watching for dots that are escaping my attention. Like on that piece right there that's going to stick, because it is cut a little bit too deep. I'll go back and pick that off. See, this is all kinds of things you can learn about how to get that junk off there if it sticks like that. Because cutting too deep happens all the time. Okay. I'm going to come at it from different angles, mostly so I don't have to stick my hand in it. And in the actual real world time, I would not be doing this on top of the canvas. I would just be doing it on my tabletop. And I would probably be calling it names and stuff by now, because I'm trying to stop, but I do kind of talk like a sailor. So, discard that paper. Now I have I don't know how well they show up in the video here, or if you can see them, but there are some little spots like here where the paper is stuck to the swirly thing, and a couple of dots that have it too. So I'm going to very quickly just use the tip of my knife and pull that off. One there. And it's very frustrating when you're putting something on and you know, why won't that stick? And it's because it still has paper on the back of it that you didn't see. There's another dot here that I'm not seeing now, and I'm sure I will once I get done. This is a little embarrassing because I would like y'all to think that I'm perfect and everything that I do turns out so amazingly well that I just spend my days drinking coffee and basking in my awesomeness, which I do sometimes, but evidently not today. So I think that got all of them. I am now going to turn this over and eyeball it. Hopefully I've got it straight. I do have the edges around, the edges of this on the outsides here are straight so I can align it and not have it on here crooked. And if I end up getting it crooked, we're gonna say, oh well, that would be so cute if I put something over here to balance it. Okay, that's on there. Pressing it down. Now I'm squeegeeing. This is where the book comes in because it makes it so much. If I was trying to push this just on the canvas, it would be too loose and I wouldn't be able to get any pressure and would not be able to get this to stick at all. And it may not stick anyway, so cross your fingers. You got your fingers crossed? Okay. Because now is the test. Now pull it back very, very carefully. Very slowly and carefully. Oh look, there's a dot that still had paper. Ah. There. It's sticking. It's sticking so far. If you have tried to put vinyl onto a canvas, you know that this is pretty miraculous that it's sticking this well, this easily. And if you haven't tried it, I don't want to discourage you, but just know that it is sometimes pretty tricky. I think a lot of this, the reason it's sticking so well is the vinyl that I'm using and the fact that I put a couple of coats of glossy stuff on it. The paint was glossy, and then the clear gloss stuff that I put over the paint. There's another one that I missed the paper. So it gives it as much, you need as much surface as you can get, smooth surface for this adhesive to stick to, especially when you have all these teeny little pieces. But it's actually working really, really well, and it is going to be so pretty. Also, you'll see that I am pulling it very flat from from the surface. So I'm not pulling up this way. I'm actually laying it down and letting my hand stick to the tape and pulling it almost completely parallel to the flat surface that it's on. When it sticks, you just push it back down with your finger. If you're bored or need to go pee, go ahead, because we're going to be a minute here. Turning this so I can actually get to it without sticking my arm all over it. Just go ahead, I'll be right here, still doing this. Okay, it's almost time to come back now, so that you can see the grand unveiling. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. And that, my friends, is how you stick the decal onto a canvas. That little dot that I rescued has folded itself in half, and we can't remember where it came from, so okay, we don't care. Oh, it was from right there. I'm not going to be able to use it. So in order to make this look balanced, I am going to take that and move it up here. No, don't run away. Right there. And that down here. And no one will know that I did that. There you go. There is the finished product. It's shiny. Ooh, and so pretty. And something that you can keep for yourself or give to a friend or your mom or whatever, because it's absolutely beautiful. Thanks for watching. Bye.